Hi folks, and welcome to our lockdown Q&A. We through our social media platforms and email we put a Q&A out, and we've got 10 replies there through Instagram, Facebook and email. So just going to get fired into them now. Whole range of topics, so let's see what you guys wanted answered. So first up we'll go to Instagram. So we've got 3 coming from Instagram to start with. So first up, who is your dream 4-ball, dead or alive? If it was to be golf professionals, I would be going for Seve. I just think quiz him on, his thought process, the short game skills, the imagination, everything. So definitely Seve. Tiger, definitely, growing up, Tiger was #1. Just what he can do and the self-belief is brilliant. And for me, I'd have Monty, Scottish, all them Order of Merit titles, and I think take him away from it, I reckon it'd be pretty funny. Outside that, I'd definitely have my dad involved in that too, so yeah, mix of them somehow. Question 2. Any tips to increase clubhead speed? Right, so for this one, I'm going to cut out and put a little video on I've done in my garden for you for this one, okay?
Right, here we go. So driver, you're going to turn it upside down. Okay, now the common thing that most people do is they don't sync up their speed correctly. So from the top they get very aggressive. And you'll start to be able to hear that whipping noises happening very early in the downswing. Listen to this. Okay, that's losing it because we're not syncing up, we're not maximising our speed. So here we're going to sync our body better. We're going to use our lower half. Okay, so from the top our lower half engages and we create more speed at the bottom. Okay, the key is speed at the bottom. Listen to this. It's a totally different place to create the speed. Give that one a try in the garden and see how you get on.
Okay, question 3. Favourite Scottish top 3 courses that you've played? Okay, quite a lot of information in there. So for me, top 3 courses that I've played, so probably just thinking recently because it's easier to come by. So last year I was fortunate to play Trump Aberdeen, which was just fantastic, the way we were treated, the condition of the course, and I played quite well. I think how you play has a big reflection on how you feel. So Trump Aberdeen. I played Muirfield 2 years ago, again great company, really good weather, and played well, so again that's up there. And I've played Troon twice through Ping. So Troon was good, just the history, and to see some of the shots that we were there and Stenson hit when he won there against Mick when Mickelson was chasing down. It's just crazy the bits he was hitting it from. So yeah, those 3 stick out for me. A, because I played well, B, because of the company and the day, and 3, because they're pretty special golf courses. Right, let's jump over to Facebook now. We've got 3 more from Facebook. So how can I stop swaying on my backswing? So I presume it's lateral movement on the way back. So not always a bad thing, there's Jack Nicklaus has traditionally moved a long way off the ball and things like that, but for you, because I know your swing personally, I would like to see a little more centred on the backswing. So here's a little tip for you can try in the garden again. So check this one out.
Okay, so I'm going to need a wedge plus another club. We're going to stick the wedge under your left foot. Now what you would do is you would lead there. You can see all your pressure gets too far stuck on the right side and the club falls to the ground. Okay, this time we're going to apply a little bit more pressure to it and try and maintain it there, more centred to the backswing. There we go, nice and centred. That's going to allow us to get through and create a better low point with this shot. There we go, lovely.
Okay, right, question 3 from Facebook. Where are we going on? Main issue that you see in lessons? Oof, good question actually. Obviously everyone swings it differently, but probably one of the main things for me is low point control. So we have a lot of golfers that do not strike the golf ball in turf idea. Tour pros will probably strike between their low points 2 and 4 inches after the golf ball. Amateurs is more at and before a golf ball. So you're going to get a lot of fat and thin contacts from there. So probably for me the skill of controlling low point is probably one of the biggest issues. Then probably a relationship between face and path. So your path doesn't have to be 0 or straight. It just has to have a relationship with the face to work. And if you're going to swing it to the right, we need to make sure that that face is, you know, still open to the target and close to the path, etc. So just having a relationship that works. There's always a trade-off in golf. You know, if you've got one this way, something here, we can balance in the middle. So, you know, just having a trade-off in golf, face-to-path relationship is another one. But low point number one probably for me. Right, we're going to flip over to email now. So emailed out to our database along with a newsletter, and we've got 4 questions going to come at you from here. So first one, your favourite hole at the Hersel Golf Club. So for you, those that are not my members here, or Hersel's where I'm based, it's difficult this, I change my mind all the time. Do you know what, I'm going to say the 5th this time. Okay, so quite a tough tee shot that you've got to position it in the right play for the longer hitter. It's not a driver. There's no real room for a driver down there for the longer hitter. And then obviously if you take it down the left, you're going to be blocked out. Down the right opens it up. Playing up to a raised plateau green with a false kind of bunker along the front that gives a false impression. Traditionally really smooth green, that one as well. Yeah, just something different. Probably change my mind next week with that one. But for me, though, the best view of the course is from the top of the hill on the 4th, looking down. Love that. Just a great looking view. I'd love to see that as a long par 3, to be fair, at 210. I think that would be fantastic. One of my favourite views, that 7th as well, over the water. That's a great par 3. Yeah, I'm biased though. Where we go now? How do I get my pitch shots higher? So by pitch shots, I think you mean more standard shot. That ticket, you don't mean flop shots, going by the way the sort of question is. So flop shots would be different, but if we're talking just about a standard pitch shot, it's probably because we're not maintaining enough loft on the club. So I'm going to jump back in the garden. I'm going to give you a couple of things to look out to try and maintain loft while you're pitching. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you've got 60 degrees. If you're taking loft off, you ain't using 60. Okay, so check this one out.
Okay, so there's a high chance if you're hitting it too low with your pitch up, you've got no loft on the backswing, too much shaft lean, and then rotating or flipping the loft on the way through. Okay, a bit like this. Okay, so low ball flight, releasing out, hard to stop. Okay, so what we want to see on the backswing, the loft is still looking at us. We deliver neutral shaft lean at the ball, and then we can still see the loft after the ball's gone. And remember, keep turning the body.
Okay, 2 more now. So question 3 from the email, bucket list golf course and why? I'd have to say Augusta. I just think, you know, the commentators talk a lot about how the TV pictures don't give the true reflection of the undulations and slopes, and there's been so many iconic moments there, you know, just the 2 par 5s coming in the back 9. I'd love to stand on them, and I think to play 16, the par 3, to stand and look at how Tiger chipped it in that famous time and how far up the hill he went, I just think that would be great. I'd love to have a go at that. That would be just, don't think it'll ever happen, but I'd love to have a go at Augusta. So yeah, that one for me. And finally, last question here, best tip for young juniors starting out in the game. So I take it this is complete beginner. I'm going to go just, you know, like I've got a 3-year-old daughter there, and it's just let them have a club and swing about. At that point, I'm really not caring about any fundamentals or anything. Just let them explore it, see if they're keen, see what the instinct would do. As we maybe progress a little bit, we'll maybe start to look at maybe how they hold it a little bit. But number one thing, let it be fun. You know, make it as fun as you can. No rules. Do not push them down that road. Maybe until they start to get to 5, 6, 7, we'll start to maybe look a little bit at some initial things. But keep it fun. Let them whack it. Smack it as hard as they want, make fun targets, knock down stuff in the garden, all that, you know, keep it as fun as you can at that age. That's what we've got to do. We don't want to sicken kids. Fun will keep them interested. There you go, there's 10 questions from Instagram, Facebook and my email. Yeah, there you go, a couple of little tips there in the garden for you. So yeah, there we go. We are now 1st of May, so let's hope we're getting closer to getting out golfing again as well. And I hope you're all staying safe, and I hope we will all be out golfing together very soon. Okay, take care. Please do subscribe and like this video as well. Thank you.